Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to work on the very first problem of the section array, first duplicate, and I have solved this problem already, but I'm going to do it once again just for giving some more references, or you can see the point of view from your end. So this question has been asked by Google and it has been listed as easy, and I think it won't be as easy for some of you guys. So we will see it in the easiest way possible. So we will approach this problem using brute force method, and if you need more efficiency you can try to find out more solution, or maybe try to improve the already solution that I'm going to give you, right? So before we work on this problem, if you are new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And now let's see what this problem says and how should we solve it. So here you can see that we have been given an array which only contains number, and there is a range. So they have given us this constant of length, right? And we have to find the first duplicate number for which the second occurrence has the minimal index. So let me explain this. So assuming this is an array, so here you can see that 2 is being repeated twice and 3 is repeated twice. But when we see that the second occurrence of 2 is coming at the last of the array, but the second occurrence of number 3 is coming before the second occurrence of 2, so hence the output should be 3 because the index is minimal here, right? So we have to write down a logic similar to this. So the easiest solution that I could have thought of is using map. So that is what I'm going to do here. So to fill a map we are going to use two for loop, not two for loop, just one for loop. I was thinking about something else. So here we will get number. So here we will just check if the map is already containing, okay, my suggestion, the number or not. If it is already containing the number, that means that we just have to increase the already provided number, that means the count. So we will just put map dot and we will do here num comma map dot get, and here we will try to get the value of num, the current value, and we will increase it by 1. And here I forgot to initialize a map of type integer comma integer, and this will be linked hash map because we want to maintain the order, right? So now we have a map and we are filling it now. So if it is not containing so if the map is not having that number, that means that it is coming for the first time. So we will just do map dot put num comma 1, right? Now we have the map. We can try to print this also. Right, and we will just return any number for now, right? So now let's do a custom test. Okay, so I'm getting an error. Okay, I forgot the new keyword. So it is obviously failing, but you can see that we have the map, and here number 1 is being repeated thrice and 2 twice, right? And we are getting that. Now what we have to do is we have to first find out if there is any duplicate or not, because in case if there is no duplicate, then the output should be -1. So we will hold on to a boolean variable, let's say val, or you can do is duplicate also for conventional things. So I'll initialize this as true, not as true, rather false, right? So now if it sees that there is something repeating, then we will just do is duplicate equals to true. Now in case it is not able to find any duplicate, then it would be false, right? So in that case we will just do return -1. Otherwise what we have to do is, now we have to find the minimal index of the second occurrence of any repeated number, right? So we will have to iterate over our map now. So for that we use map.entrySet, and this entry set returns an object of type entry, right, which is map dot entry, and here we have to provide the generic type, which is integer, right? Now what we have to do is, first we have to check that in this map do we have that number having at least one duplicate. So we have to iterate over entire map, and we have to check which number is having at least one repeated occurrence, right? We have to compute only those numbers, we have to leave everything else. So we will have if condition here, and here we will do if entry dot get value greater than 1, right? So if that's the case, then we have to do something. Now what we will do is, we will iterate over array, because array is where we are storing the occurrence order, and array is where we will be able to see the minimal index, right? So that's why we have to iterate over array. And when we say brute force approach, always remember that we are going to use two for loops. So I dot, here we will do a dot length I plus plus. So now we are iterating over array. Now we have to compare if the array number is matching our current iteration of map or not, right? So we will again have if condition. Here we will check if num equals array element and count equals to 2. Now what it is doing here is, this is the main condition to find if that is the second, if that number is the second occurrence or not, right? So we will hold on to this count also as 1, right? Now we need num here, which is entry dot get key, right? Now we have to hold on to the index, because there could be many number having index, so we have to compare the index of each element, or you can say each number, right? So they have already given us this highest constraint, so you can use this. Otherwise we can use integer dot max value, right? So this is going to be used here. So if the number matches and the count is 2, then we will just check if our current index is exceeding this index or not. Okay, so if index is greater than I, in that case we just have to make index equals to I. So we will hold this value in our index, and else if that number is not the second occurrence, rather the first occurrence, in that case we just have to increment the count, right? And this is all that we have to do, right? Now we just need to return array. Oh, we have to return the index. No, we have to return the item, so we will do a index. Now let's try to run our custom test case. So it's passing, so let's try to run all of the test cases. So they all passed. Now let's try to submit. Okay, so it's a correct solution. I know some of you might think that this is not a good approach, or maybe we could have done better. Yes, I could have done better, but I am trying to give out an easy approach initially, so that you can have some base to work on. Then you can think of more efficient approaches, because an interviewer is not going to ask you only one approach. He will try to find out like how efficient you are. So they will try to ask you about more alternative of the problem, right? So you should always try to cover that part too. But this, I think, is the easiest solution I could have thought of, and that's why I did it. There is no particular reason, but yeah, new solutions, new ideas are always welcome. And if there is something that you didn't get in the video, you can write that down on the comment section. I will always help. So this is it for this video. I hope I will meet you in the next one. Till then, have a good day, stay safe, and bye bye.